Good afternoon, Mr. Collins. My name is Marcia. And here I am today scrolling my social media, and for some reason your name decided to pop up. I want to sit there and have a nice discussion with you today regarding pro-life issues and women's rights. As I stated to a comment to you, I'm a pro-life person. In a given situation, if I had to make a decision to terminate a pregnancy or keep an unwanted pregnancy, I would keep it. My oldest daughter is proof of that. However, that is a decision that I cannot make for another woman. It's very clear to look in other pro-life countries and see what happens to women in both pro-life countries. Now, I understand that your parental situation, that your child had spina bifida, and the recommendations of your daughter was to terminate your pregnancy. However, I am on the other side of the spectrum. My son, Carl, was stillborn at 38 weeks. And for people that don't understand the pregnancy thing, I will give you an idea. It was 12 days before I was scheduled to have my C-section with my son when I had the unfortunate news that he died. And before the Roe versus Wade and Doe versus Doe and other Supreme Court rulings for women's health, I will give you an idea of what would happen to women such as myself if we repealed these repealed these abortion rights. We would die. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. We will die. The recommendation at the Catholic hospital I went to was for me to keep my pregnancy until nature took its course. And I will give you an idea what nature would be. Nature would have took me along with my son. Now, mind you, at some point in time, I would switch places with my son any day of the week. But knowing that the fact that we would have to go both die when there was medical interventions to at least save one person's life, that's what it matters. Or women who have typical pregnancies, those type of pregnancies, where a fetal heartbeat is still detected. If there's pro-life laws, they can't operate on that woman. They can't do anything because that fetus is still viable. This is not going to help anything. What this is going to do is hinder women's health issues and further detriment those women and those children. For some reason, Republicans are so pushy about pro-life, pro-life, the fetus, let's protect the fetus. But for some reason, when that fetus is born, for some reason, Republicans really don't care what happens to them. If a child's born and it's a poverty situation and the parents can't take care of the child, they're going to get shamed. There's 250,000 children currently right now in the foster care system that for some reason I don't see Republicans pushing for adoption or pushing for better services for those families. For some reason, those services keep on getting cut and cut and cut. And what do you expect to happen? You have to really make a decision what you are for. If you are pro-life, you are pro-life from the time that they are conceived all the way up to their dead. That's what pro-life is. To be able to not only secure the life of that fetus, but the life of that fetus after that fetus is born. To make sure that there's tools and resources out there to help parents, not hinder them. If you look at the Supreme Court's case of Doe versus Doe, the specific woman who was Mary Doe stated that she would have wanted to keep her pregnancy if she had resources available. She was poor. She didn't have a good job. Her husband was kind of aloof, and there was no services for her, and so she had to have no other choice for an abortion. And so when we start there and start adding more services for these mothers and for these families to be able to have their children be able to grow in a happy and safe home, then we can sit there and start pushing the pro-life issues. But at this point in time, there is a lot of work a lot of work that needs to be done. We cannot make that choice for that woman and her health. We cannot do that. That is not our job. Our job is to make sure that our country is better and be able to offer better resources for individuals, so if they have an unwanted pregnancy or even a kind of a planned pregnancy, they have the resources out there to be able to grow, to be able to flourish in this country. There's a lot I think you need to think of and a lot of research that you need to do. But this is not over, and we will not stop until we as women can be able to have the rights that we deserve. I hope you listen to my video. I really do. You have a good day.